enough. That was the most deafening sound I've ever heard. When y'all went by there, and my ears don't hurt for most of it. That hurt. That was crazy.
Did you get that on film?
Oh,
we good with those, Pat? Those good? Coming up this week, we are back up here in North Georgia, and we got a special treat for you guys. This has been a long time coming. We're gonna take out this beautiful 2009 ZR1 Corvette. Belongs to a good buddy of mine, and it's just not your average ZR1. This one has a few goodies by my boys at Vengeance Racing. We're gonna take it around these roads, see what she got. That's what we got coming up. I'm Jay Walker. You're watching Life Off Road right here on J-Dub Motorsports. Welcome back to another episode of Life Off Road. Thanks again for hitting that play button, folks. And remember to go to my YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up button, like and subscribe. It really helps us out. A lot of you guys watching videos, not hitting that like, subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. The car we're featuring this week is a 2009 ZR1 Corvette. They called this one time the King of the Hill. You know, the backstory on the ZR1s is that they started around 1970 back in the day. And they went from 1970 to 1972, and they didn't come back until 1990. And those cars had roughly around 375 horsepower, and they went all the way up to 1995. Between 1995 and 2009, there was no ZR1. Well, when this one came out here, you know, it was kind of rumors floating around that they was going to bring back the ZR name, and they had a couple of Corvettes, Z06s kind of in disguise. You know, they had the camouflage around the cars, and they was riding around the mountains somewhere in Detroit or whatever on GM's test grounds, and they named it Project Blue Devil. It was a Jetstream blue car, and then next thing you know, a year later, here we have the voila, 2009 ZR1. These came with the LS9 supercharged, pumping out 638 horsepower, 640 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, it was an amazing car. Out the rip, top speed was around 205. You take the governor off, you could do 210, 215. I mean, it was just a fast car. You had the big carbon ceramic brakes, which was the first time they ever put these on, I want to say any GM car or whatnot, but it was amazingly fast. Well, this particular one here belongs to a good buddy of mine, and he just decided that 638 horsepower just isn't quite enough, and he had to kind of up the horsepower. So I want to bring him in and talk about his car, my good buddy Brandon. Brandon, come on in, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes. Glad to have you here.
Good to see you, man. And this is a beautiful car, man.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
Like I said, roughly how long have you had this car?
Roughly about 7 years, 6, 7 years right now.
Okay, and y'all remember, now those for a backstory, Brandon is a mutual friend of Brad. You might have seen Brad's old school pickup truck. And we met way back, I want to say 2015, and the one to go fast.
2015, 2016. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And he didn't have this car. He had another Corvette. I believe it was a C6 you had?
C6 Z51, supercharged, methanol injected, done by Vengeance Race, and I think that car did 650 rear wheel, 650 torque. So it was quick for a street car.
Sweet, sweet. And this one followed up after that one. Now, our guys at Vengeance Racing do badass work, guys. You've seen my car, my 1LE, and this car is a whole lot faster than my car. What all did they do to this one?
So this one was bone stock when I got it. Took it over to Ron, and they kind of put a package together for this. We got American Racing headers, catless exhaust on there. I kept the factory mufflers on it, did a short throw shifter, ported the blower snout, got a carbon fiber Canon air filter on there, and methanol injected, which by today's standards now is kind of obsolete now. Everybody's going to the E85 and stuff. Ron and I have talked a few times about maybe switching this over to E85 because the meth is just, it's kind of dated stuff. Cool. But it combined for 750 rear wheel, 700 foot-pounds of torque. Wow. So so it scoots out. It's a torque monster down low.
And that's all on pump gas, folks. I mean, these things were amazing from the factory, and just to add the detail to that with all the modifications, I mean, I'm sure it brings it to a whole nother level.
Yes.
That's man, you know, going over the exterior of these, you know, the ZR1s came with carbon fiber everywhere. I mean, you had the front splitter, the hood, the whole front is carbon fiber, folks. The rocker panels, even the carbon fiber roof. Now this roof doesn't come off.
No. No, that's
It's
a fixed
all-
roof.
Yeah, it's fixed roof. And this car only weighed probably about what, 3,300 pounds?
Yeah,
somewhere
30.
around
I think
there?
3285 roughly. Yeah, 3300 pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Super light. I mean,
Yes.
these were a monster, man, all the way to the rear spoiler. I mean, they were so sick coming from the factory.
exactly.
You know, and if you notice, folks, you know, Brandon has the drag radials on the rear because when we're gonna have a little fun today.
Yes.
You know, most people that have these cars that have the high output horsepower, regular street tires just not going to cut it.
Yeah,
so,
we're gonna be all over the road. It won't hook up at all.
Yeah, but let's take a look underneath that engine, man, so we
All
get
right,
further
let me
detail.
Get
of
over
that.
here and again, like Jay was saying, is carbon fiber, and it only weighs, I think, 12 to 16 pounds. I mean, you can pick it up with one finger there.
Man,
So let me get over here.
and it's just super light.
Yes.
You see the carbon fiber,
Yep.
the see-through glass, folks. All the ZR1s had there. You see the top of the engine cover here, and that pretty much hides a lot under here. But you know, you see the bigger throttle body, the long tube headers. Are those 2-inch headers or 1/7/8? Or?
You know, I think they're the 2-inch. I'm not too sure. It's been so long. I should know, but they're. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that actually. We did do a cam also. I forgot to add that cam, hardened push rods, the Nick Williams big throttle body in there.
Body. Okay.
The funny thing is that when we did build it at first, we didn't put the K&N on there, and we were disappointed with the numbers. Ron said just put the darn bigger K&N on there, and we ended up gaining, I think, 40 rear wheel horsepower
Wow,
on this
just
thing.
by
So
that.
it was amazing. It just wasn't getting enough air, is what
Right.
it was.
Okay.
So, and then you got the Alky control right there. They right there, that where it says Alky control. See it right there?
Oh, right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where the meth goes, and they use the we use the windshield washer fluid container. That way it throws on a dummy light when it's low, because you definitely don't want to be getting into it with no meth in there.
Have you ever put the race gas in here?
Yeah, I've done some few race fuel in here when I'm going to the races and stuff. It
And
makes
do
a
you
little
notice
bit,
the difference in the
little
power?
bit,
Just a
yeah,
bit?
just a little bit. But the meth really makes a difference, cooling down that internal air temperature. But once again, that's where the E85 would come in. It's just we don't have any E85 places around here, so I just haven't done it yet.
Okay. Well, let's shut the hood and
I'll
take
let
a
you
let's take a look at the interior real quick. All right, folks. So as you see the interior of the ZR1s, you had your Alcantara steering wheel, the Alcantara shifter. It's very nice. Your leather seats. You have your ZR1 badge embroidered in the headrest there. But it was just pretty simple. Race car feel. Like
And
I said-
actually, the Alcantara, I actually added all that.
Yeah.
It was regular leather in there.
Oh,
and
was
then
it?
yeah, it was. And I actually ordered it from GM Parts, the steering wheel and the Alcantara shifter boot and the shift knob, so it all matched with the blue stitching in there. And like I was telling you earlier before we were filming, these ZR1s were known for the dashes, the leather to pull up. So that is something that we are going to fix on it. But that's about all that's wrong right now. So. But it's a big job. You either got to pull out the dash or you got to pull out the windshield and do it. So we'll see.
Yeah, but nice just interior, the Bose system. You got your ZR1 stamp getting in the car. As you can see, this car is very low. Has this car been lowered or?
Yes, it has been lowered. Vengeance did lower it, I think about 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, so it definitely sits low. You got to be careful.
Cool. Well, folks, I think I'm ready to get a little low and let's take this bad boy for a ride.
I'll let this thing warm up a little bit here.
Yeah.
Stall on me. I don't want to stall.
It's all good. It happens.
Man, I'm glad you finally got up here, though, man. I felt
yeah.
bad that we haven't been able to connect. It's just been so busy, and I think last year, like I said, that was a big part of. Whoa, dude!
All right, postman.
What the heck?
Damn.
You get that on film?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay, we almost
See,
got.
folks, you never know, and luckily normally when I start these videos, I'm kind of driving, but Brandon has to get us out of his driveway and get us out of his neighborhood. So I'm glad he was driving. Man,
Go figure.
That was not cool. But yeah, man. Like I said, we've been playing phone tag for almost a couple years. But like I said, you're not the only one. Like I said, it took me almost a year to get Joey, because I know everybody's busy and weather and all kinds of stuff, man. I'm just glad we were able to do it.
This is always tricky getting out of here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
These people come flying.
I believe it. This stretch of road, you good over here? Man, it's instant torque, folks. It's gonna be a fun day, folks. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a fun day. But just like I expected, man, ride smooth.
Yeah.
Especially
for it being lowered so much. And then you also got this dial here, which you can go put the selective ride, Tour, Sport. I don't know if your Camaro has that. Does that have that?
Yeah, it does. Not to this extreme, because you have the magnetic ride control in there, so you have the different modes.
And then you got the button here to turn off traction control, which, if you're racing, you definitely want to do that.
Right.
I've made the mistake of accidentally leaving that.
Oh, man, you kind of just stall
you stall it and look like a clown, so.
ZR1, man, my first ZR1. I'm glad it was this one too, because I actually like the C7 ones.
Yeah.
They look pretty sick, but I was glad to be able to do this one. Hopefully we'll get one of those on sooner or later. I'm sure somebody has one, so reach out, JW Motorsports, jwmotorsports.com. But I've always, because of the C6, these are, like I said, probably my favorite body style of the Corvette.
Yeah, it's just a timeless body style.
Yeah.
I actually was looking, when I first thought about getting a Vette, I was looking at C5s, Z06s, and then my first Z06 came up. A friend worked at a dealership and said, man, they just turned one in and they're gonna wholesale it. And I said, I'll take it. But growing up a Ford guy, always had Mustangs, grew up in a Ford family, being from Detroit. And my mom actually had a C4 Vette that I used to take out when they'd go on trips. She'd try to hide the keys and I'd take that thing out and beat the snot out of it. But it's funny that I knew Vettes were fast, the potential with them, and the thing that changed me, I went to my first, Caffeine and Octane, when they used to have it over in Alpharetta. And there was a guy, he's a customer, Wade, from Vengeance Racing, and he had a silver Z06 supercharged cam, gorgeous car. And I can remember taking a video of that car, and I sat at work in between all my patients and just kept looking up Vettes. I could not stop. And from then on, it was like, I need a Vette. That sound I couldn't get out of my head with the blower, the whistle, that Vortec, and the cam, and and then someone luckily introduced me to Ron Mowen from Vengeance Racing, and heck, we've become really good friends. And he comes up here, gets adjusted. I go down there once in a while. I'll take my table down there and adjust the staff there. So he's just
that's nice.
Good guy, great business owner, great. I've learned a lot from him. He's just a good friend.
Yeah, Ron is good, man. He let us, I met him at one of the first F-body gatherings that they had in Marietta. Used to have every Memorial Day weekend, and remember we went. Never mind. They got something. And I met him there, and that's when he was just starting the shop or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I tell the story of the GMMG, how I wanted one of those cars so bad.
Yes.
And I remember.
And Ron started there.
Right.
Yes.
So sometimes we talk about that, because eventually I want to do not kind of a tell-all, but just a kind of behind the scenes stuff. Because that story in itself is fascinating. And the guy who runs the GMMG registries actually reached out to me, so we've been kind of texting back and forth. But I would love to just do a sit down. So next time I go with Ron, because I'm supposed to be doing they finally got the tune for the C8.
Yes,
he says
I know that.
It's up in Pennsylvania right now, and as soon as he gets that in, we'll do something on that. Do something on Fat Man up there.
That car's a beast.
Yeah, we probably won't be able to drive it on the street, but
no, it's a street car, right?
But do a sit down with him, and Ned said I could drive his Viper. I was like, man, 3,000 horsepower out there. I don't know if I could be able to. I'll probably just take it up and down the street right here.
Now, I know Ned had a ZR1, a C7.
The orange one, did.
Yeah, I don't know if he got rid of that or not.
Yeah.
But I need to get down there actually and see those guys. I was just talking to Ron a few weeks ago, telling him I need to get down there. I've just been so busy with my business, which is right over there actually, that brown building right there next to the Advance Auto Parts. So yeah, I'm right here. So
love the pops, man.
I know.
See, yours does it effortlessly. I can get it out of my car, but man, that's just effortless.
Yeah, that's my office right there. They're actually getting ready to repaint that place.
Really?
Too, yeah. That's not a far drive.
And people, for those who wanted to know, Brandon is a chiropractor. Tell them, what's the name of your...
Blue Ridge Chiropractic and Life Center up here in Blue Ridge. I've been in this area practicing about 17 years. And met my wife up here. She's actually from Oregon, though. But
oh, wow.
We've been married now. We just celebrated 10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, I love it up here. I never thought I would love being in the country because I grew up a city boy. And now I'm one of those people I could never figure out when I first started practicing up here. Why do people not like to go past Jasper? The old timers, I don't like that city. Now I'm one of those people. So it's funny. I like the peace up here. The people are just great up here. We've got some really good friends up here, a good core group, and just good people up here. So
how often do you go to Oregon to visit her folks?
Actually, well, her folks live here. They live in Murphy, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And her dad is a builder. Used to be a farmer.
Okay.
In Oregon, had I think a 600-acre farm out there, and then moved out here to be a builder. And yeah, we see them. I've been out to Oregon once. It's gorgeous out there. We went out there for.
I've always wanted to go out there.
It definitely runs different with the AC on, obviously. So. Yeah. But it's too dang hot not to.
Yeah, it's hot, muggy. I mean, it's just.
He's giving you the thumbs up, I think.
Yeah, he went on me there.
Another thing too with these cars is the cooling mods. This thing could use what they call a cooling mod. When you're hot lapping it at the track, they get that heat soak, so it starts pulling timing, stuff like that.
All right, let's roll.
Course. He was going that way, and there comes this guy.
Just had to do it. All right, folks, looking like an amateur here. Trying to burn your clutch. You got this triple disc. All right, folks.
We got it.
We're looking like some amateurs, but we gonna get it right.
I told him it was tough.
We're gonna get it right. All right, mama.
It's like a wild horse you got to tame.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. What, like you said, this is a triple disc clutch.
Triple disc clutch.
Damn. The camera got hot.
Go.
You tell him.
Go. There we go. Triple disc clutch. It's good for, I think, 1,200, 1,300 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it definitely holds.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, oh man. This is impressive, man. You can get in trouble.
Yep. Big time.
Oh. Man. You get in trouble in this, folks.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds good. What exhaust do you have on this?
It's just got it's actually the factory mufflers on there. I left the factory because it's got the bi-mode exhaust where you can switch it on off. It's left open the whole time, but
yeah, that's how I do mine.
Like I said, no cats on this thing. X-Plate, American racing headers.
No, it's cool. They cool. They can stay here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, American Racing headers on it, and I think we discussed. I think they are the 1 7/8.
Because most people put the courses on these, which I think sound amazing.
They do, and I had courses on my other one. I had Borlas originally on that car, and the drone on them was horrible.
Just too big.
Yeah. So
it's one thing I hate about these new ones. The camera gets hot and it just shuts off, but we still got audio through the camera right here. And the state sounds good.
Yeah.
The factory exhaust sounds good, especially when the cam wicks it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it really sounds good.
And I mean, it's nice to have a car with this kind of horsepower. Still got the AC, creature comforts, heated seats. You know? I mean, so, you know, is it the fastest car? These cars nowadays are just so fast right now. This is a fun street car. You know, there's obviously there's other things way faster, but I enjoy it, and you know, it's my wife and I both, when we do take it out, really enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a fun car. I mean, these were absolutely fun. I mean, to drive, even though it's my first time driving this one, but I mean, it's Corvettes in general. Of course, you have to know what you're doing when you're driving. But I mean, it's just fun, amazing cars.
Yeah.
So you got the heads-up display in here.
Heads-up display, and then meth kicks. If you look at that little grill there, when you get on it at a certain PSI, it kicks on. There's a LED in that'll kick on there.
They kick on. Okay.
Yeah.
Because these automatically have the boost gauge in here too.
Automatically comes with the boost gauge.
Yeah.
And I think, if I recall correctly, we're putting out 15 to 18 pounds of boost on this.
Okay.
I know Vengeance is doing a lot with another guy. I don't know if you heard of Greg Kong out of Pennsylvania.
I've heard that name.
He does the Kong blowers that are ported, polished, all that, and they're getting 1,000 plus out of these cars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even the fourth gear pulling this.
Oh, it's crazy.
Now, what clutches and did they when they did the work, they put the clutch in here too?
Yeah. It is an expensive clutch too, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I believe it. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get a supercharger on my car.
Yeah.
And he said they're gonna have to change the clutch, and then that'll do it for me.
Yeah, this car with that factory clutch, it was on borrowed time. It started slipping a little bit and stuff. I'm just like, man. And usually there's not this much traffic here.
I'm about to say, where all these folk come from? This thing wants to go.
Yeah, it's ready.
All right.
You're already up to almost 100 there.
Yeah, and it's just effortless, man. These things, I mean, these ZR1s just pull. You have some work done, but this thing just pulls.
And how do you think about the tires hooking up, though?
Man, it's no wheel spin at all.
No.
Since we've been in here, it's no wheel spin.
No.
That's the thing. You want to be able to hook in these.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. I had problems with my buddy's C6 that he has. And I think he doesn't have the Mickey Thompson on his, but he has some specific tire. But man, we got going, and it just, I was spinning. I mean, I'm gonna put that video out sooner or later because me and my buddy with the Whipple supercharged truck. We was out one weekend just playing around, and that car, it just kept spinning. I could not hook up. It's great for roll-ons, but from a light at a dig, and I'm sure this will probably take some getting used to.
It does.
At a dig.
And I mean, it doesn't matter if you're making all this horsepower if you can't put it to the ground.
Control it, right? Yeah. Right. That's the main thing. Yeah, you want to be able to hook. That's the main thing. That's what wins you races. Let me get these folks behind. Tell them the next U-turn, they can turn around.
Next U-turn, guys, go ahead and make a U-turn. They're gonna be like, man, we don't want this guy directing shit anymore. I was like, get in the left lane, get in the right lane. I keep forgetting you wanted to switch shots, is what it was.
Yeah, but this is plenty. I hate
That's
rock
okay.
chips.
That's okay. These tires are sticky, so they're picking up everything.
Yeah. Man, this is fun, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I'm glad.
Did you do the half mile in this? Have you ever ran?
Yes, I did do the half mile in it. I think it did a 170 was the best. I think it had more in it, but we were running some hot days and stuff, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hell racing! God.
We're in Mexico, though.
Yeah, we're in Mexico right now.
Hey, guys, we're going to make a right up at the light here. Wow. It's different being in the seat, not in control. And you feel that? It is crazy.
It's amazing, man. That's just second gear, folks.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you could do 60 in first gear in these things, but just I'm nowhere near the red line. Like, what's the red line in this? Probably 7,000?
Yeah, it's like 7,000. It's crazy.
Man.
Insane. So we'll make a right up here coming up. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, right at the light, guys. All right.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah. Roll-ons, I'm sure you were killing folks with this thing.
Yeah, I had about a year ago up in Ball Ground. I had a guy pull up next to me in one of those new Supras, and he claimed it had work to it. He said it was 600 some horsepower. Thank God I had these drag radials on because we went 3 times and he couldn't. It hooked and went. Yeah, there was no chance.
Context.
No.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, exactly. And he wanted to go back again. I'm like, dude, I'm done. 3 times, I got you.
Right, that's it.
And as the car, the thing about these, I think we were talking about earlier, this could use what's called a cooling mod, bigger heat exchanger. It's still got the factory heat exchanger because when you're hot lapping it, eventually you start to get that heat soak. It starts pulling timing. You lose a little horsepower.
Yeah.
So by the first race with that guy at a roll, I was a car and a half out in front of him. By the second or the third race, he was about maybe only a half a car behind me. So it starts to soak.
As far as what all have you changed on the outside? Like I noticed you have the C7.
Yes. I had my buddy Jim Florick at Monster Customs in Marietta. They did that, changed that out, and then I've changed all the vents have carbon fiber accents, carbon fiber rear splitter, and then we did the extended carbon fiber ZR1 wing.
Oh, okay, nice. Sounds so good. God, this sounds good. Now, man, how often do you get to drive this thing?
I could drive it more than I do. I just don't. I live 6 minutes from work.
I'm about to say, yeah, you're so close.
Yeah, it's just it's tough, and traffic's gotten pretty rough around here. Not compared to Atlanta traffic, but like I said, 6 minutes. This car's not even warmed up by the time I get to work. So. My wife and I will take it out to dinner. We've taken it to Nashville before.
Oh, okay.
On like a road trip. And like I said, it does good. I mean, if you're not getting into it, I mean, it gets like 25, 26 miles per gallon on the highway.
Which is excellent, especially on this build.
Yeah, exactly. So,
what gears are you running in these?
good question. You got me stumped on that one. It's factory. I had nothing, whatever the factory is on this, I never changed anything. So. It gets up out of nowhere, doesn't it?
It does, man. It's just effortless. It's super effortless, man. Oh, I want one of these. Oh, it's just so fun. Well, that's it for this week, folks. I want to thank my good buddy B, Brandon.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
This was an absolute blast. It took us a long time to get here, but we finally made it. Yep. It was all worth it, folks. I'm telling you. Let me give a quick shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate everybody tuning in every week. Where we leave off, we have a, let me see, got here Ricardo de Los Santos, Robert Headley, Joseph De La Guerra, Gregory Thornton, shout out middle school, fantasy football partner, and that's it. Appreciate my new subscribers. Thank you to my current subscribers. I really appreciate you guys tuning in every week and checking us out. Really helps out the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go to my website, jdubmotorsports.com. Order you some merch, t-shirts, tumblers. We're in the heat of the summertime, as you can see, it's hot. And I also want to thank my son Juwan and his buddy Kyle, the best photographers, camera guys in the business. They take great pictures and always help me look good. You can follow them on their Instagram. Juwan is at Jeddoc, JEDDOC.LLC on his Instagram. Kyle is at No Outlet Photos on Instagram, and follow me at JDub Motorsports on Instagram. We're gonna take off here because we got another surprise for you guys.
Oh boy.
As you see, we're here with Brandon, and you're not gonna wanna miss this one, so stay tuned. We'll catch you guys next time. Later.
Later.